I'm Linda Segerstam and I teach Pilates, and this routine is for a little bit more active because now the autumn leaves have started to fall down, so it might be a bit chilly in the air when you get out of bed. So I'm going to go down the floor, which I've now made into a nice bed with a little bit softer surface than I normally have. So I'm going to lie down because this is the start position. I've just woken up and I've done a gentler routine. This is a little bit more active. So I'm going to start moving with arms and legs. I'm going to start rolling, hopefully not hitting anyone next to you if you've got somebody else in the bed. So I'm going to start rolling and pushing over to the side, adding my core straight away. So I feel my stomach muscles. And if you've done the gentle routine, it was a little bit slower than this. So if you're happy to move around a bit and just think about what the ribs are doing, chest, maybe turn the head too, and then turn a couple more times, rotating. And I'm going to start to move my arms. So I'm going to lift the arms up into shoulder drop and start to reach across, and then feel the shoulders drop down. So you can see a little bit more pace, and the reach, lifting up, coming into some windows. So I'm going to lift the arms straight up, off the mouth to the side, and reach behind if you've got space in the bed. So elbows out, turn, reach, and then push forward. Just massaging your elbow joints. And I'm going to lift straight up into a curl up. So hands behind the head, and then still lifting, looking towards the knees, and I'm finding a nice rhythm and pace. Obviously with the bed, it's softer than our mat and the floor. So you've got to just see if it feels nice to come up a bit higher maybe. And I'm going to go straight for my oblique turn. Surface is soft, so I'm going to lift up, rotating towards that knee. And maybe staying up too. Let's do a pulse. Let's stay up and do a pulse and lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm definitely starting to feel some warmth. Lifting the other leg up, and then go to the other side. And just test the range first. Trying to turn without pulling the elbow or pulling the neck. And then come into a nice, little bit quicker movement. So pulsing up, 5, yeah, definitely give me a warm in my stomach now. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. And then coming off the position, so away from here. So I'm going to just turn around in bed, wiggle myself up, and turning full point straight into a nice moving cat position. So I'm going to take my hand across and just get a really nice oblique feeling. So my arm across without the spine twisting too much, and then lengthen out the spine. You can go very technical in this one and think about all the positions of the spine and the columns and vertebrae, but for now I just want you to move. So we take the hand across, and then again head in towards your arm, breath in, and then lift the chest. If that feels nice. Always lie down if you feel like you need a couple of positions in the spine that needs a bit more TLC. Okay, and I'm going to go for my rolling cat. I'm going to push back towards the heels and breathe, and let the body go into a nice flex position. Push forward, and I lift up. Just a little bit more pace than if you join my gentle routine before you get out of bed. Okay, and then I'm going to just lift up and hold position. So I'm here, I'm lifting into my center and holding. So breath in, breathe out. And then come back to your start position and do the same, the opposite direction. So just feel the stomach muscles drop down, and then the chest looking forward. And then come back into your full point kneeling. Okay, so we have warmed up everything in the spine now. So if you're happy to stay in bed still, I would then add some glutes and some hamstring work, which means we're going to take away the cushion. So we get a bit of flatter surface underneath the head. So I'm rolling back into the bed, raising yourself down, we're here, and then we can start squeezing into the buttocks. So I'm going to wake them up first. So squeeze the buttocks, lift and push the feet in. What you might find with the bed is that your feet are sliding a little bit. So I got socks on now, so I can feel that surface, the quilt is making them slide. So I might have to put them a little bit closer in underneath the knees. Okay, let's see if we can Start working off the buttocks, and I'm going to add a bit of pace. So squeeze and lift and lift. Yeah, definitely can start feeling them a bit more now because I haven't stopped in mid. I'm going to take my feet a bit further out. I'm hoping that I won't slide. So I'm pressing with my heels and I'm lifting up. Squeeze. So really turning the hips slowly towards you. Yeah, definitely hamstrings and glutes. So now waking up. So I'm going to go a little bit more into them. 10, yes, 9, 8, 7. So my body is going to be slightly in different angles because of the bed. Okay, find your tempo. Okay, they're warmed up now. Let's do 3, and then 2, and 1. Lift and hold, and squeeze. So I'm going to open the hip a bit more. Breathe into it. Up the chest. Oh, hello, muscles. They're definitely warming up now. Arms down by your side, and then you roll down. Chest, mid, back, lower back, hips, and then straight into stretch. Figure 4. So foot onto the opposite knee. You're in bed, so you can lift your head and shoulders. So I'm going to come to here. Take hold of the leg, lift the head and shoulders, and roll in. So the feeling is of length in your glute muscle as you hold the legs in or head down. That felt comfortable. And then change side. 1 foot down, 1 foot on top, and then roll the heel and toes up, and then pull the knees in. So I definitely feel a bit more warmed up than I was before. I'm going to do some more core work here. So I'm down on the floor, not on the bed, sorry, I'm still in bed. And then we're going to lift the arms. So we're going to take the hands behind the head, and then roll the head and shoulders up. And then add some leg work too. So I'm going to lift my legs up, 1 and 2. And for now, just stay still. Let's see if I can, okay, my core's working. I have to push a little bit differently into the bed because it's softer. And then coming into single leg stretch. So take a hold of the knee or outside, and then stretch out the other leg, and then start to move. Okay, so the bed is different, so just make sure it feels okay. Just stay in a C curve. Obviously the head can be down too. So finding a nice rhythm and length. Good. Let's do 4. Couple more. Good. And then bring the knees in. Hug them in, head and shoulders down. And I will go straight to wiggle off my hip. So arms pushing down into the bed. And then lift the knees over into your shoulder and the other shoulder. Feels okay to, you can hold the knees too. Yeah. Don't have to just get them moving on their own. Or open the knee and then lift. Or for the dance people, legs straight up. Press the legs together and then lift up into your shoulders and over and across. So obviously more weight to carry. So I'm moving my hip, but I'm using my core and oblique muscles to stabilize, so it's not just too quick. And one hip will come off the floor, off the mat, off the bed. And this exercise, a bit of corkscrew. And then lift, and then back into the middle. I'm going to hold on to the knees, and then come out of here. So I'm in the bed, so I might not be able to roll forward because it's too soft. So I'm going to go sideways. So turn, lift, push away from the bed, and hey, we are up. So you're sitting in bed. We can still work with our shoulders here. So arms by your side and starting to move into your shoulders, pressing up. So we got everything moving. Shoulders, stomach muscles, legs. Keep going. Maybe a mermaid. You can, if your bed is the right softness or firmness, to go into a mermaid. And if your hips and knees say, yep, that's good. Let's do a couple more. And then swivel. Bring the legs to the other side. And again, lifting up, and then start again. So, breath in, and then breathe out. Couple more. Okay, I think I'm ready. So the exercise I'm not demonstrating here is the saw and also the cobra on the bed. So you would place your chest hanging over the bed with the arms down the floor, and the rest of the body onto the bed. And that's quite a nice way of getting that cobra lift too, depending on how high you are from the floor, of course. Okay, so there's lots more we can do. It was a little bit more active today. If that felt like too much of a pace, please go to my gentle routine for exercises before you get out of bed.